Why ain't nobody telling me they take you up your parents' insurance at 26? I just went to the doctor. They talking about that'll be $200 for the copay. Who? Bill that to my mama. Don't be playing with me. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Don't get slapped, because I'm not doing it.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
Let me tell you a story. You own a diner, a damn good one. It's packed every day. Construction workers grabbing breakfast before their shifts, teachers getting coffee on the way to school, nurses stumbling in after pulling a double, families fill the booths on weekends. Even the big shots, the factory owners, the landlords, the bankers come in for their overpriced steaks and cocktails. And your employees are doing well. The cook, you just put a down payment on a house. The waitress is finally getting that car she's been saving for. The busboy is putting himself through college, and your dishwasher, he just had his first kid, and for the first time, he isn't losing sleep over affording formula. Why? Because when people have money, they spend it. Money moves. The economy breathes, and when it breathes, we all eat. When the wealthy customers, the ones who already have everything, start bitching, we create jobs. They whine over the filet mignon. Why should we have to pay so much in taxes? So they make a promise. Give us tax cuts and we'll invest back into the community. We'll open new businesses, we'll hire more workers, we'll pay better wages. And the government listens. The tax cuts roll in. And what do the wealthy do with their windfall? Do they come to your diner more often? Do they raise wages? Do they expand businesses? No. No, they actually go and buy their third, fourth home. They invest in the stock market. They tuck away their money in offshore accounts. They sit on it. Meanwhile, the government, now missing billions in tax revenue, have to cut funding somewhere. And guess what? It's not coming from the rich. It's your customers who get hit first. The construction workers' hours get slashed. The teacher's classroom is overcrowded. The nurse, she's drowning because the hospital won't hire more staff. They stop coming in for breakfast. They start making coffee at home, and they don't have the money. You see it happening right in front of you. That family that came in every Sunday, gone. The factory workers who used to order burgers on their lunch break, they're bringing in peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from home. Your profits tank. So what do? You raise prices. And that drives even more customers away. The only ones left, the wealthy. And here's the punchline. They were never the ones keeping your businesses alive. They still show up, they still order the same overpriced meals, they still tip the same cheap-ass 10%, they still tip their cocktails and pretend everything is fine. Then the government, trying to stop the bleeding, starts giving the poor some financial assistance, food stamps, housing aid, stimulus checks, and you know what happens? Some of those families come back to your diner, because when you give money to the people who actually spend it, the economy breathes again. But the rich, oh, they're furious. Why should my tax dollars go to these lazy people? They sneer, stuffing their faces with a $50 steak. And that's the final insult, because your business, your entire livelihood, was never built on the rich. It was built on the people. The people who worked, the people who spent, the people who made sure money actually moved. But the damage is done. The tax cuts stay, the loopholes get bigger, the middle class shrinks, the poor get poorer. And the rich? They keep sitting there smug and comfortable, pretending they had nothing to do with it. And now you've got their minions out here scrambling, looking for scraps to blame. They blame the poor, the single moms, the immigrants, the guy using food stamps at the grocery store, cheering the man who is wealthier than they will ever be, finding scraps to cut out because he told them so. Because that's what they are, scraps. They sit there, convinced somehow that the nurse, the teacher, the guy patching potholes in their neighborhood is the reason why there is no money. It's comical. It's sad. It's pathetic. Because the truth is right in front of them. It wasn't the poor. It wasn't handouts. It wasn't liberalism, woke culture, or any other bullshit excuse they love to throw around. It was the tax cuts. It was always the tax cuts.
I'ma just tell y'all what's on my mind and what I've been thinking about for a very long time. America is a scam. It is a big, fat scam wrapped up in a lie. It was ingrained in us as children that you go to school, you get your education, you do things the right way so that when you get older, you can live a fulfilling and comfortable life. At 36 years old, and for someone who has done things the right way, I am tired of doing things the right way. You know, as a millennial, I feel like we were shamed, women especially, we were shamed. And, you know, we were made to feel as if women who used what they had to get what they wanted to get was something to be ashamed about. But let me tell you something. Being someone who has done things the right way all of her life, please, I don't give a damn if you judge me at this point, because I use what I have to get where I need to go, because that's just how I'm coming from here on out. Like insurance, a scam. You pay all this money every month so that you have coverage just to get in an accident, have to meet your deductible before they want to pay for anything. Medical insurance. Oh, you pay this $400 something a month. That's not even including if you have a dependent. And they want to tell you that you still have to meet a deductible to even have a baby. Like this, there's just so many things about this country and about the way of life that is just so crazy to me. Listen, kudos to the women who use what they had to get what they got to get and are living in high rises and mansions and are just living it up, because I'm about to follow their lead, and you could judge if you want to. I don't give a damn.
Living in the United States is a literal scam. Let me tell you why. My husband and I just paid about $6,500 in taxes this year. $6,500. Our paychecks are taxed 22% every single paycheck, okay? Well, yesterday we get a lovely letter in the mail from the IRS. My heart dropped to my freaking ass. I opened this letter and it says, actually, we miscalculated your taxes and you actually need to pay more taxes. So even though we filed already, did everything, paid everything, they take what they want from our paychecks. They then said, we pranked you. Go pay more before the 28th, or they'll penalize us. So yeah, that's how taxes are going for us this year. It's not very great, right?
Okay, so why nobody told me that health insurance is so much money? Like, this does not make any sense why I was quoted and it's like $400. At this rate, just put me in an air fryer. Also, I don't think a person should be paying health insurance when they still live at home with their parents. You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you kicking me out of my parents' health insurance because I'm 26 soon? Who made that rule up? Like, nothing in America never make any fucking sense. But yeah, paying almost $400 a month for health insurance, then you gotta pay a deductible every time you visit the doctor, and then you gotta pay for your medicine. Put me in the air fryer. Like, shit doesn't make any sense, y'all. But yeah, since my good up health insurance is about to end, y'all, I'm over here sitting here cashing out all my medicine at the pharmacy. All of it. I'm about to message my doctor too. Like, can you give me a prescription for this too? Because let me prepare myself now. Let me beat the system before the system beat me.
We're all aware that the American tipping culture is ridiculous, but it's even more ridiculous when you go to another country that doesn't require you to tip ever, and you see how incredible those people are living because they're actually paid livable wages, where it doesn't demand other people to make up for the fact that companies don't want to pay people. Here in Australia, you literally do not tip. Like, I get my nails done, don't tip. You go to a coffee shop, don't tip. You get served at a restaurant, you don't tip. Do you know why? Because the people make enough money that it's actually kind of disrespectful if you tip them. I mean, like, let's be honest. If you get your hair done and you get your nails done and you really, really, really love it, sure, you can tip. But in America, it's like, if you don't tip, you're completely in the wrong. You're a terrible person. And it's really just such a disgusting culture that we've created, where we are forcing ourselves to make up for companies that are just disrespectful and don't care about people. And people always wonder, why don't they want everybody to have a passport? Why don't they want everybody to travel out of the country? Because if you did travel out of the country, you would realize that the American culture is a joke, it's a scam, and they literally are just forcing us to continuously make up for the fact that they don't care about us. Here in Australia, there will be a barista and they're making a livable wage and they get to go home at like 2 p.m. In America, if that's your job, you go home and then you go to your next job because you cannot afford to live. And that's sad. In America, they expect you to tip when you literally do everything yourself except get served, which is literally the person's job to serve you. Like if I go to a cafe and I get a cup of coffee, is that not their job to make me the cup of coffee, right? So then why do I have to tip them further? But in America, we normalize that because it's like, oh, but they can't live otherwise. But how is that my fault? Genuinely, we need to start holding our government accountable and wondering why it is that so many other countries can have universal health care, free community college, not require people to tip because they're making livable paychecks, and yet America's just like, nope, we're not responsible for any of that. They'll take billions of our tax dollars and do nothing with them besides go over and invade other countries. And we genuinely think that's okay. Ick.
So this isn't my initial hospital visit. I still haven't gotten that. This is when I went to the emergency room with a post-op fever that I got because they didn't give me any antibiotics when they discharged me, and they discharged me within 48 hours, which is way too soon. They ran all these extra tests, and they still never told me what was wrong with me. But I'm going to go over this bill with you. Room and care, $2,000. Pharmacy, $16. IV therapy, $945. Labs, $200. More labs that I don't even know what half of those are, $5,000. More labs, $1,200. More labs, $2,000. More labs, $1,700. More labs, urology, $1,000. Is that just telling them that I wasn't pregnant? Because I could have literally told them that I wasn't pregnant. Radiology, $1,500. They made me swallow contrast. It was the worst thing ever. Chest x-ray, $700. Are you ready for this one? CT scan of my neck, $9,000 for a CT scan of my neck. I don't even know what this is, but it costed $1,100. Oh, and the actual emergency room visit, which cost $7,000. And a bunch of other random pharmacy coding, which cost $1,200. And I have no idea what that is, but it costs $300, bringing my total to $35,000 for a night in the emergency room. Not even 24 hours. So that's my itemized bill. It was already put through insurance. After insurance, I owe about $5,000. Which, thankfully, by the grace of someone in the universe, is going to be taken care of by the Crime Victim Compensation Fund. But if it wasn't, I would be responsible for the $5,000 as per my insurance. And still absolutely insane that literally not even 24 hours in an emergency room and a ton of tests that I don't even know what the tests were. And they still never gave me an answer as to what was wrong with me. I asked them dozens of times. They never told me what was wrong with me. $36,000. $36,000. The fact that that head scan was $9,000 in itself, that's insane.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel like corporate America, the government, how we have to live as people is a freaking scam. Period. It's not the same as it used to be back in the day when my grandparents used to have a job and the job was nice and they would be able to stay at that job and retire until they were like in their late 60s. It's not the same anymore. These jobs are racist. These jobs are immature. These managers lack decent people skills. and it's just not it anymore. Like, I'm a serial job hopper because I refuse to stay in a job that does not respect me, does not treat me equally, does not respect my time, does not respect my worth, or doesn't see me as a person, but just a freaking, I don't even know. Like, I can't deal. And I just really have to figure out another way to make some money, because I refuse to have to work a job until I'm like in my late 60s, older, and barely can afford anything. And now that's why I see so many older people in these jobs, because they don't have retirement. Retirement is not the same as it used to be. These jobs are not paying enough, and even the benefits that you do get are not enough. It's a scam. It's a scam, y'all. It's a scam. And every single day that I wake up to have to go to work, I'm angry, because it's not supposed to be like this. I honestly feel like it's not supposed to be like this. And I'm not complaining, because I know everybody has to go through it. Everybody has to work a job, blah, blah, blah. But it's not okay. It's not okay. And I don't know when it's going to get better, and if it ever will get better. I really don't think it will. Like, it's crazy. Like, these jobs are, and like, even when you do try to apply for other jobs, you try to get a better job, they aren't hiring. They say they're hiring, but they're not hiring. You call these jobs, you follow up, you see, okay, hey, I applied. They don't even know what you're talking about. Or they say, oh, you're underqualified, and haven't even given you a chance to talk to them before they just say, oh, you're underqualified, or we already found somebody else. Ma'am, you're racist. I haven't even had an interview and you've already found somebody else? Huh? Like, what? Yeah, okay. These jobs are racist. Pay attention to the signs, okay? And it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. And I don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. I feel like this is what crashing out feels like, because I'm really, honestly over it. If I could just move to an island, me and my girl on an island, just sitting pretty, like, in the forest, I would love that. Like, if I didn't have to, like, live in America, I totally would get up on out of here. Like, I'm about ready to go. And we always talk about leaving in the country and, you know, moving somewhere else, but one day, because this is not it. This is ghetto as hell. And I'm just being honest, it's ghetto. It's not supposed to be like this. Trust me, if I could find a decent job that treated me with respect, that was mature, that had a great work environment, baby, I would stay there. I would stay my happy butt there and possibly stay there for some years. But until I find that job, I'm a serial job hopper, and it's going to stay like that. Because I'm not going to allow a job to stress me out to the point where I'm depressed every single day. I feel drained every single day. I'm come home and I'm angry every single day, or depressed, and I'm taking it out on my partner, and I can barely find time to be happy and have joy. Hell no. I will leave a job, period. Where it's not the same. That's why I argue with my grandparents up and down, because they never understand why I always leave a job. Baby, it's not the same like it used to be. It's not. Take a look around. It's not the same. It's not. I'm over it.
At the age of 16 years old, I already knew this information. I watched as my parents struggled to pay rent. I watched as my siblings struggled to pay rent. I watched it. They struggled for years. And I knew that I had to figure out another path. I knew that this was not going to be my life whatsoever. It just was not. Just stressed all the time and not enjoying life, and always having a bill to pay and all of these issues on your head. I want freedom, I want peace, and I want progress, constant progress. Yes, I work hard, but I want the place that I live in to be calm, relaxed, and chill, so that I can actually enjoy life.
Y'all boys, when the fuck did the prices change for eyebrows? Why I just left the place that, like, I used to go to. It used to be $12. No cap, I don't remember the last time I went there. Probably like less than a year ago, because I moved. But now charging $20. Like, they only accept cash, so I only had a $20 bill thinking that the shit was gonna be $12. Fine, I know prices going up on shit. It could have been $15. I would have still been able to give a tip. But $20? I'm honestly just shook and in total amazement because something's really gonna have to give. Like, my rent's going up $800 that I'm now about to pay. My fucking eyebrows is $20. Gas is $80 million. Like, just to fucking live? Like, I like getting money, but damn, like, I can't be thinking about a different fucking hustle every goddamn day just to live decent. Like, I'm begging for the bare minimum. The bare minimum I'm begging for. That's what I'm begging for right now.
So I'm a sophomore in college, and I absolutely see college as the biggest scam to ever exist in this country, in this world, etc. I did a whole 180 since high school. During high school, I was a big tryhard, 11 AP classes, thought I was going to Princeton, interviewed in person, literally thought I was going to an Ivy League or a T25 school. Now I wound up at my absolute last choice. However, it turned out being the best choice. I go to an awesome school, really good business school, great location. However, I'm learning crap that I will never use again. I'm in calculus right now. I'm never going to use calculus again, and I'm struggling through it, honestly. And I'm really taking college as a tool of self-discipline. Learning self-discipline because I'm doing crap that I don't want to do. And that's what life is. At the end of the day, you're going to do stuff you don't want to do to get a good reward. I'm a finance entrepreneurship major, so hopefully I'll learn a few things that will help me run a business one day. I want to be a franchisee, own an Orange Theory Fitness, maybe a smoothie bar, whatever. I will not work for someone for too long. I will do it to build capital, to open my own thing. There's no way someone's going to tell me when I get to go to work and when I get to leave. No. Ridiculous, but such a scam. I did the math and it comes out to be at like my college, like for what I'm paying, like over $200 a day. Like, what the frick? Such a scam. I did the math and also these core classes that you need just to satisfy the requirements of your college. For example, why the heck am I going to take an art class? Why am I paying $3,000 for an art class? And like books, over $500 a semester sometimes. Like, what the hell? I really think you only need to go to college if you need, like, if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, something like that. But if you want to run your own business, it should not be frowned upon if you don't go to college. It's really important to learn from people that do what you want to do, because you never know. At the end of the day, you might want to switch up when you see what it's all really about.
You guys won't believe the video I just watched. Okay, this is in California. So if you live in California, just so you know this, okay? There was a guy that posted a video. He was on the phone calling, I don't know if it was a hospital or I don't know what it was, but they had to call an ambulance for their daughter because she was having a medical emergency, right? And we all know a fucking ride to the hospital in an ambulance is expensive, okay? So the price was, without insurance, without any type of discount, it was $2,000 and some change, $2,000 a couple hundred, okay? Well, they had billed the man for $600, okay? Cool. I mean, it's still pricey because personally, I believe if you're having a medical emergency and you need to be taken to the hospital, I think it should be free. You feel me? But that's just me. That's just me. And other countries, but not in America, okay? So he calls, or no, he sends in paperwork and it's like, okay, $600. Well, when I send them my insurance, it should be less, a couple hundred, maybe 200 max, right? No. So when he gets billed again with the updated insurance, but when that bill came back around, right, with the insurance, listen up, it went from $600 to $1,200, almost $1,300. Okay, so he calls and he's like, this must be some type of mistake because I gave y'all my insurance, right? It's supposed to be less. So he's calling and the guy's like, he's like, hey, I got it for this amount, and I sent in my insurance and now it's this much. It's more when it should be less, right? So the guy's like, oh, well, it was only $600 because you got the discount of someone without insurance. You got the non-insurance discount. And he's like, oh, he's sitting there confused, like, oh, okay, so, but I have insurance, like, shouldn't it be less than it if I didn't have insurance? Like, you would think if I didn't have insurance, I'm paying full price, the 2,000 something, but I have insurance, so it should be less. But you're saying without insurance, it's even less than, bitch, do you understand what I'm saying? I was blown. And so the guy's like, he's like, well, is there any way that I can take the insurance off and you guys give me that $600 price again? And he's like, no, unfortunately, that's only for people that do not have insurance. And clearly you have insurance. You sent us in all your paperwork for insurance. And he's like, well, can I cancel my insurance and then go back to the $600 amount? And he's like, unfortunately, you would have had to cancel your insurance before you got the bill. But now that we have your insurance, there's no going back. And he's like, so you're telling me I should cancel my insurance so I can get cheaper prices when I have medical emergencies? And he's like, sir, I'm sorry, I can't tell you about. Bitch, I'm so sorry. That pissed me the fuck off, because that's welcome to America. Welcome to America. Yeah. And that was in California. I'm in California. So now that I have that information, just so all of my Californians have that information, you ever call an ambulance, do not give them your insurance. Don't do it.
The biggest scam of my life is when I was younger, obviously, like in school and then college and stuff. We got spring break, summer break, fall break, winter break. And then I became an adult and we don't have no breaks. Why would y'all do that? Like, what was the thought process behind that? Like, oh, we're going to give these people breaks their whole life. And then as soon as they become adults, they get no breaks. The only break they get is if they have PTO. Why did y'all do that? If anything, the adults need the break, not the damn kids. I don't know. It's just every time I think about that, it kind of irritates me, because and then they cancel school for anything nowadays. I remember it would be hella snow outside. We still got to go to school. Now, it's canceled. Tornado warning, it's canceled. Severe thunderstorms, it's canceled. Too cold outside, it's canceled. Can y'all cancel work? Can y'all give us a break? Can we get a spring break?
What's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore?
America, in general. I have been working since I was 15 years old. I am now 21, and all the jobs that I currently have pay well above state minimum, never mind federal minimum. Yet every month, I still find myself living paycheck to paycheck. Between all my student debt, car payments, rent, and what have you, by the end of my billing cycle, I have $34 in my bank account. 34. And to put it in even more perspective, I worked almost 70 hours last week at one job of my 3. It's not 4 anymore, it's 3. So all in all, America's a scam. It's all stupid. We can't afford to live.
No, because Bank of America needs to be fucking investigated, and heavily on the fucking, bro. Sometimes I will literally wake up with an extra like $200 in my account. Instance on today. This morning I woke up with an extra $109 in my account, right? Searching through my charges like, what the fuck happened? Hello, where'd you come from? My Walmart pickup order from the 17th, bro, the charge just disappeared. Disappeared! They fucking do that to me all the time. Like, my insurance will come out and it'll come out and then it'll be returned the next day, and it'll come out and it'll be returned the next day, and it'll be like I'll have money in my account. When I don't have money, I'll go and spend it, and then I'll be negative in my account because that fucking bill that already came out before will come out again. They be fucking scamming, bro. I'm about to change bank accounts. I'm not even fucking playing. Fuck Bank of America. Fuck it!
What's a scam that's become so normalized that we don't even realize it's a scam anymore?
This is part 2. We pay the good people of the Food and Drug Administration to make sure our food is safe. Yet year after year, they continue to allow all kind of GMOs, parabens, and pesticides to be put in our food. Lots of them that have been banned by pretty much every other developed nation in the world. They've convinced us that we can't solve the hunger problem, even though we throw away enough food in this country to feed the homeless and hungry 10 times over. Pharmaceutical companies can charge us whatever they want for medication, even if that means people die because they can't afford it. They also can sell you medications that make you sick and not be sued as a result. Even if you make it around their loopholes and are able to sue them, they only have to give up a portion of the profits that they made off of something. And our government doesn't understand that that does not at all incentivize them to not make people sick. Every politician is in the pocket of every Fortune 500 company, effectively making companies like Walmart more powerful than the American government. The inflation is artificial because every company is making more money than they ever have. And that's still not it. Let me know if you want a part 3.
Oh, no. I never admitted that. No, I'm still sick. I'm still sick. Like, let's be clear on that. I still have extremely high cortisol and extremely high testosterone, to where I have higher testosterone than a man, and I'm a woman, born and raised proud to be a woman, and yet still my testosterone is probably higher than yours. I'm serious. Not only that though, but I've been to 25 different doctors in 14 months, and none of them have been able to solve what is wrong with me. I do not eat sugar, gluten, dairy, processed foods, meat, or pork, beef. I do eat chicken and fish. Everything I eat is fresh and whole. And yet still I have so much inflammation in my body. I eat organic as well. And I have frozen shoulder now. My hormones are back. The US healthcare system is a fucking scam. It's a scam. The food here is terrible. Even when you're eating organic, it is terrible for you. So no, I never admitted that the US healthcare system was better. If anything, I will be going to Turkey and Thailand, where I've already been before, and their healthcare system is so much better and cheaper as well.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.